What's up, YouTube? It's the Killerpig.
And I'm the Sky Spyer.
And together combined, we are the TheMirrorSkeptics.
And welcome to our first Mirror Countdown.
Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS and Wii U was one of the most anticipated Nintendo games in recent times. And now that's finally come out, you can experience the fun of watching people play the game by actually playing it.
For a fighting game, you can actually make matches quite diverse by adding items, multiple lives and coins, intense shielding and dodging, multiple possible combos, which all comes down to the large selection of characters. Around 50 of them, in fact.
But the thing that makes the crossover of many series so amazing is the flashy finishers, the final smashes as they're officially called.
You know, when you're about to die and then you break the smash ball and go completely ballistic as you completely destroy your opponents? Yeah, that.
By now, I think everyone on this side of the planet knows about Smash Bros. And if you're watching this video, you probably do too. If not, read that instruction booklet.
But don't worry if you're not part of the elite Smash Bros. League, because we are only going to be talking about whose Final Smashes are our favorites.
So here's the thing, we each thought about our favorite Final Smashes, and we came to an agreement.
Since this is a mixture of our opinions, this list doesn't reflect our individual opinions completely, but rather our opinions combined. And unless you are scientifically engineered to be a clone of us, you probably won't have the same opinion as us, so leave your comments down below on what you think.
And with that, let's get started.
Ever since the 80s, Nintendo has been making amazing games, which we can even consider calling classic games today. And that's kind of a surprise. I mean, when a product is so old and it can't keep up with the products of today, then that old product really isn't even worth looking at. Like, it rots.
Video games are completely different. Old games are still used constantly today for collecting, for playing, for bragging rights, for all sorts of reasons. But one big reason that this era was so important is because this is when our video game characters that we spent all our time with were born.
You have Mario, Link, Samus, Peach, Ness.
You have Sonic, Little Mac, Kirby, and Pikachu.
Ever since those days, gamers and Nintendo have grown, and the characters have become much more popular over the years. And because of their continuously rising popularity, of course it's only natural for people to want to physically be a part of it. And no, we aren't talking about Wii Fit.
So yeah, who wouldn't want to play as themselves in a fighting game against Nintendo's all-star lineup? Unless you're like me and you just want to play as Morgan Freeman.
I have no idea.
I mean, you could be Clint Eastwood.
Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
And Doc Lewis.
Show him what you got, Mike, baby.
And Bane.
I will break you.
And Shadow. The Shadow me sucks. Okay, can we just carry on?
Okay, you get the point. Stop embarrassing yourself. The thing is, there are three types of Mii fighters: the Swords Fighter, the Brawler, and the Gunner. And they all have a different Final Smash. But you may be asking yourself which one we picked.
Well, while the Gunner's Final Smash is cool with the rotating Orbitars, it's so similar to Samus's. And the Sword Fighter's is underwhelming, but it is original. However, we decided to go with the Mii Brawler's Final Smash, Omega Blitz.
The Omega Blitz is just awesome to look at. You punch and kick someone, and then you punch and kick them again, and then you punch and kick them a couple more times.
So yeah, now Jackie Chan can live up to his potential.
I think just seeing that also was cool, but the possibilities from the endless amount of Miis you can make just makes the fighters, and in the end the final smashes, really cool. So now that drunk fat guy living down your street can beat the heck out of anyone he wants.
Although one problem with the Mii fighters is that their diverse movesets are not as diverse as you may think.
All of the Mii fighters' moves are based off other moves in the game, and the final smash is no different. You see characters like Ike or Ninja use a very similar looking move, among other characters.
But just check out how flashy Omega Blitz is compared to those. See that? That's you. That's you beating that guy up. Seeing your Mii flying around other characters is just awesome. I mean, no one wants to eat a knuckle sandwich, but after this Final Smash, you'll have downed 50 gallons of fruit punch. Get it? Because fruit punch.
What does juice have to do with anything? If you want absolutely phenomenal technology of the future, well, look no further than the Nintendo GameCube.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Why have just one smart protagonist with a master's degree when you can have around 100 that didn't make it past preschool?
It's tough. When technology allowing an enormous amount of AI to be on the screen at once was revealed, we were shocked.
And how exactly did they demonstrate this technology?
Something like this. The city is in ruin. The country is in grave peril. The world is in chaos. It's time. Bring the military!
They suck. They're stupid. But united as one, they get the job done.
Captain Olimar crash landing on the planet of the Pikmin is the best thing that could have happened to him. Except for the whole crash landing thing.
The Pikmin, on the other hand, are a very reliable asset to Olimar's arsenal. They are kind of dumb, but they are able to traverse many kinds of hazards, and the fact that each one has such different attributes makes them incredibly unique.
The main goal of the first Pikmin game is to gather enough of the lost parts of your ship so you can return home. But how is this game so different from all the other Nintendo games? Well, this game takes a take on the survival aspect. Get treasure, get hit, grow Pikmin, lose Pikmin, it's all standard stuff. But things get crazy once the sunset timer shows up.
You can explore the world freely, but the main predators of the planet Bulborbs will come out at night.
So run the hell away.
You need to make sure that all of your Pikmin are back at base before the timer runs out and nighttime comes. Any Pikmin left on the planet will die, and that's a painful feeling. What if it happened to your opponents?
Oh god.
In the Pikmin games, it is brutal to lose a bunch of Pikmin at once like that. Instant kill! They're gone, and you have only yourself to blame. Cry out in corn because of all the lives you just ended. But Olimar's final smash, it does a crazy amount of damage and it's pretty hard to see coming, and also really hard to dodge. And now you have an excuse to jump around being happy because of all of the lives you just ended.
This is End of Day in a nutshell. Olimar and the Pikmin waddle into the Hockaday ship and fly off into the air, and everyone else is just off screen down below.
Then a pack of Bulborbs come and eat the crap out of everyone, doing a crazy amount of damage, and then he crash lands. Abandoned ship! Abandoned ship!
Yeah, that is the worst thing that could happen. I think the most amazing thing about Olimar's Final Smash is that it does capture the frantic feeling of the day ending in Pikmin games.
When you picture nature as a whole, you picture plants and animals having peace, and not much going wrong. But when the sun sets...
Yeah, don't mess with the 2-foot-tall midget, who didn't make it past preschool. If you ever need a companion, you can always bring a friend, family, or even a pet. But what's better than a pet?
Pets that can disappear and control water?
Pets that can breathe fire.
Pets that can manipulate the energy of the universe and compress it into a sphere or a laser that they can then launch? Well then, welcome to the world of Pokemon! Pokemon are probably the one kind of pet that can be used for anything, really. While you could always be in a Pokemon contest, Pokemon Amiibo, super training, friendly Pokemon battles, not so friendly Pokemon battles, and stuff like that, why not have Pokemon fight the other characters of Nintendo in a game of Smash Bros? Because it's really freaking dangerous. Safety hazard! Safety hazard!
Okay, well maybe if I just train this guy a little more, there we go, all fully evolved. Pokemon do evolve as time goes, both spiritually and physically, and eventually they can grow into powerhouses like Charizard, quick like Greninja, or just really cool like Lucario. And then the fan service came, and every Pokemon fan out there went crazy.
Pokemon battles aren't changed too much, beat up the other Pokemon and you won! But if you have the right Pokemon wearing the right stone, then you can break out a Mega Evolution. All of a sudden, Venusaur can take fire-type attacks, Aggron becomes the new Shuckle, and Mawil's attack power can demolish Fort Knox with a blink of an eye.
Oh, or you can say Mawile can kill it with one false swipe!
But you can't kill someone with false swipe.
Alright, I'll be here all night.
I won't. I think I'm losing brain cells.
Okay, let's just say, these Mega Evolutions are not the most balanced thing out there. The new abilities, new types, and new stat boosts you gain are insane. Are they fair? No, not really.
But are they awesome to look at? Oh yeah.
Alakazam turns into Gandhi, who's gonna rip through anyone to get to his Captain Crunch. Scizor becomes the Chainsaw Massacre 2.0, and Blastoise, hashtag arm cannons.
And for Smash Bros, Mega Evolution works perfectly for that flashy finisher that Pokemon need. And we have Charizard and Lucario to show it off. Surprisingly, the Mega Evolutions work completely differently.
But check out Lucario. I mean, Lucario is pretty awesome. It's almost like he's putting on his Air Jordans and he does some massive damage. I mean, not even kidding. He can fly from one side of Final Destination to the other, and his Aura Sphere does a massive amount of damage without even charging it up. I mean, there is Mega Charizard X, but who cares?
We do? Unlike Lucario, his moveset completely changes. His wings turn black, and starts being able to fly around freely. Oh, and you can control it unlike someone we know! Already a plus, he can use powerful moves such as Fire Blast, which actually has a similar animation to the main games, and that's combined with a new dash attack that barrels him forward pretty quickly, which, for you Pokemon nerds out there, means he's a physical and special attacker.
Ooh, lay down that truth bomb!
Yeah, you can say that's very similar to Yoshi's with the whole wings and fire and stuff, but Charizard's Final Smash is so cool that you completely forget about Yoshi's. He's also pretty fun to combo with while at the same time sending someone flying out of the stratosphere.
Hey, those are some pretty big words you're using. I mean, didn't know you had it in you.
Well, you reach new limits every day, I guess.
I have no limits.
I just need to shoot this one duck to wing. Dang it! What are you laughing at, dog? Curse you, NES Zapper. Why is 007 so hard?
The NES Zapper is supposed to be used with Duck Hunt.
Oh, that explains the lack of ducks and dogs.
Duck Hunt for the NES has an incredibly simple concept. Shoot the ducks flying around with the old NES Zapper. Oh, does it look easy? Well, frankly, you're missing out on the fun.
Oh my god, this guy was a Pokemon!
Seriously, when the skeets come out, this game gets ridiculous.
This is so much harder than 007.
Yeah, with a limited amount of shots and needing to have precision aim, this game is not so easy and simple anymore.
Unless you're cheap and all you care about is winning, so you put your Zapper right against the screen and there you go! Not so hard to hit the ducks after all, is it? Suck it, dog! Yeah, I guess we caused the duck and dog much trouble, haven't we?
Yeah, true. I mean, no way these guys have any fight in them left.
Well, that just happened. Duck and dog on target proceed to attack. I repeat, duck and dog on the battlefield. When the combo of duck and dog appeared as a fighter for Smash Bros., it was one of the most controversial things we heard.
But lo and behold, this duo is in fact in the game, and together combined, they are known as... Well, that's underwhelming. However, along with Pac-Man and Game & Watch, these two are just a blast from the past that you have to enjoy. The interesting thing is their moveset. Most of them are literally nothing special. Sometimes a dog will claw at you and the bird will peck.
And the bird can carry the dog up in the air, complete with original sound effects. However, it's their other moves that really show off how retro these two are. If PETA hasn't complained by now, the dog can kick a barrel of TNT at their opponents. Wait, what, they can actually do that?
And they can call a wild gunman to fire real bullets at their opponents. Wait, what? They can do that? Really, I just think this has all just gone ballistic.
I get it.
Nice one, right?
Nope! One of the most interesting things about these two is their side special and smash attacks. Whenever the dog tosses one of those skeets or does a smash attack, the cursor will appear. Wait, how was that work?
I don't know, but it looks like Lady Palutena might know.
These two may seem like a duo, but they're actually a trio. Together, they're known as Duck Hunt.
So where's the third team member?
Listen, just be careful. You could get shot out of nowhere.
A mysterious sharpshooter, eh? Well, that does make things more exciting.
Yes, there is, in fact, a third member behind the scene. The one holding the NES Zapper. He's just there, sitting behind the shadows, with the gun in his hand. At the command of his pets, he will fire... And wait. He's at the command of his pets?
Also, apparently the Zapper is Wii U compatible.
Well, look what we just did. We just established that a duck and a dog have barrels of TNT, gunmen and an outside man with a Zapper at their disposal. So are you safe? Well, if they get their final smash... No, you aren't.
I think the entire Wild West just got exploded. NES Zapper Posse is an interesting Final Smash. For one, you can come up with a much more fitting name, like, oh my god, watch out for the rain of death surrounding you. Yeah, that works.
They'll call a flock of birds and they'll carry it to the Wild West, where all of them Texans gather up for a little shooting. Okay, a lot of shooting. This is like a mixture of all Duck Hunt's exploding moves into one.
So, if Miss Finkelberry asks you what you learned today from watching these explosions, just say that you didn't learn crap, ignore what you saw, and move on with your life.
This dog may look adorable, but he knows how to use firearms, so watch out, he's got a gun, stop, drop, and roll!
That's for a fire.
Oh, that's why everyone looked at me funny the last time the bank got robbed. The more you know.
Real life sucks sometimes.
True, the rules of life just kinda seem dumb, but they're even dumber when you play video games, which go against the laws of physics 24/7.
You can do a bunch of stuff in video games you would never do in real life. You can be exploring the secrets of your world, you can kill kings and lords easily, you can be saving the galaxy, you can do a bunch of stuff in video games. Honestly, that's kind of like one of the main points in video games. Do stuff that you can't do in real life. I mean, you can chill with a girl, have multiple lives, have a super suit with amazing agility, see through walls and stuff, and go through space exploration. Or you can just do all of that at once and play Metroid.
Girls being amazing heroes in video games didn't really exist back then. It was all about guys being manly and going through their games just like any other. And same with Metroid for the NES. You had a bounty hunter exploring the planet of Zebes with the energy shot and missiles and morph ball bombs, and with the gigantic arsenal with him, he was about to defeat the leader of the space pirates, Mother Brain.
It combined the platforming of Mario with the large world exploration of Zelda, but besides that, it didn't really set any huge milestones, right? Well, for you speedrunners out there, if you can beat the game quickly enough, you find out something surprising about Samus Aran.
That she's a girl. Seeing Samus outside of her suit at the end of the game was a nice surprise. It became a staple for many other video games to come.
And with Super Metroid and Metroid Prime, this series rocketed up to a lot of people's favorites.
Oh, and she's a girl.
Wait, she is?
Anyways, Samus would later on continue with her story, but of course she would be in Smash Bros. And she's really unique. She has a ton of long-range weapons, and they are all good references from the Metroid series. She has her signature charge shot, missiles, screw you attack, and morph balls as her specials.
But she even goes into the morph ball to dodge, and uses her grapple beam for a very long-range grab attack. So yeah, she can tank anyone with all of her weaponry just fine. But just like any superhero, she has her limits. For one, she is a chronic case of lose all your abilities and weapons at the start of the game.
But because of all these weapons Samus brings with her, her attacks can be slow and bulky. And sometimes you might want to get used to all of her weapons. Or you could just be the typical 21st century killer and go like, whatever, I got a pistol, it should get the job done. That's dumb thinking. Okay, that's smart actually.
Samus' final smash, the Zero Laser, which isn't even a real move, has her blasting a huge blast out of her arm cannon. Something like that would do considerable damage to the suit.
So she takes off the suit, breaks out the paralyzer, and continues fighting. Samus in Zero Suit is much quicker, and uses the paralyzer for quick attacks, along with jumping around everywhere. But her final smash is kind of awkward. She just reforms her normal suit. Yeah, there's the whole vortex thing, but she literally just reforms her suit.
So this was kind of a disappointment, but Samus changes a bunch of the new Super Smash Bros. Well, mainly Zero Suit Samus. For one, Samus' normal suit will not break anymore when she uses the Zero Laser. Zero Suit Samus is an independent woman now. She has a new suit with high heels. I actually completely approve of the heels because she uses them like rockets. In fact, these are the most explosive weapons she has right now.
She can do a bunch of new flips and kicks now, but where we think she really shines is in her final smash, because she prefers the air. This is like a replacement for Snake's final smash in the last game, except much less militarized.
Because she's an independent woman, she will call the Gunship, which is her main mode of transportation, and fly into a first-person view, like the Prime trilogy.
A cursor will then appear, letting her aim and fire these two giant lasers, and whoever she wants for a short amount of time. This is much better of a reference and much more satisfying than putting her suit back on.
The Gunship wasn't always a means of combat. It was just an aircraft she used to fly around everywhere. But in Metroid Prime 3, she can call in certain places, and it has a whole arsenal of weapons as well.
Overall, this is just much more fitting as a final smash, for Samus as an independent woman. We got some heroes, we got some villains, we got some anti-heroes, and then we got this guy.
Dedede, that's the name you should know. Dedede, he's the king of the show. You'll holler and hoot, he'll give Kermit a boot. Dedede is the one.
I guess this guy qualifies as the 1%. King Dedede is hands down one of my favorite villains of all time. He may not be that serious, but neither is the rest of the Kirby series, so it's fine. And have you seen him in the anime?
How can I help you, King Dedede? I need a monster to claw with that there Kirby.
I love this guy.
Okay, if it's your first time seeing him, you might be thinking, how is this guy such a popular villain? He may not always be on a murderous rampage, killing everyone he sees, but that's the part of what makes him so great. I mean, he will race Kirby for food, be a Texan in a game of Quick Draw, play freaking Tetris. You gotta give this guy some sign points.
By the way, the amount of times he's been possessed is ridiculous. He's a good guy here and there, bad sometimes, but honestly, let's just call him the 1%.
This guy can be such a clown most of the time. It's amazing, but he does deserve to be the King of Dreamland.
That's true, he does know how to make things serious. Give him his mask and Dedede hammer and he's gonna knock you into last week's shortcake. The battles with Mask Dedede are so climactic and are probably one of the best parts of the entire series as a whole. Funny, when the crazy penguin gets serious, it's even better.
And the actual fights with him are amazing. He can whop you all over the place, swing a flip however he likes, puff up and soar away, or even use a flamethrower missiles from the old Dedede hammer, or anything else depending on what he's possessed by. So yeah, Dedede knows when to be serious and determined, and when to be the funny, entertaining, happy penguin villain. Or if you're watching the anime, then he's always both.
Oh, but what's amazing is how this comes into Smash Bros. In Super Smash Bros. Brawl, when Dedede became a fighter, he was incredibly slow, heavy, and bulky. And you're always afraid because at any second he can launch you right out of there.
Yet, you knew this guy, and you knew how amazing he was. He is the King of Dreamland, and he will not be defeated by mere puffballs like you.
Being defeated over and over again is just so frustrating, and he won't have any more of it. He's going to end you with the big gay dance.
What did I just see? That was amazing.
And then everyone who loved Dedede loved him 10 times as much.
So it's kinda hard to hate on Dedede's Dedede from downtown. Apparently that dance was a summoning dance, since by doing the dance a bunch of waddle-dees, waddle-doos, and gordos came out and wrecked everyone. So this is the real military. I wonder how many there are.
Well, there's lots of them. Well, how many exactly? I'd have to say, I don't know.
Who says he needs his army to finish off his enemies? Sure, he brought a couple of Gordos into the new Smash Bros. Before his final Smash.
The Dedede burst is just so powerful. You don't need to have a high percentage because that bomb will blow you away. In fact, the entire thing just looks cool in general. First Dedede sucks you in, but doesn't eat you. It's way too dignified for that. Then plays a little bit of extreme whack-a-mole with a flaming hammer, which by the way, is the most powerful move in the Kirby series. And then, just for good measures, throws a gigantic explosion at you.
He just does so much so fast, it's amazing. The only thing that could have made this final Smash better would be if he had on his mask. Mask Dedede is when he gets super serious, and when he will kill anyone. I kinda wish his final Smash was like Mega Lucario or Wario Man. Oh well. Speaking of Mask Dedede, where does that bomb come from?
His hammer, you sickos. Psh, Dedede might look all fun and games until he hits you with that huge hammer. R.I.P. anything that came across that hammer.
And it's even fitting for Dedede and the Kirby crew to be so awesome in this game due to the fact that they were both made by the amazing Masahiro Sakurai.
So yeah, if you ever meet King Dedede, you should be pleased to meet his acquaintance.
Allow me to interject myself here. I'm the supreme ruler of the Kingdom of Dreamland, King Dedede.
I am pleased to make your acquaintance, King Dedede.
She's pleased to make my acquaintance.
Yup.
Hey, Mario's such a popular guy, right?
The guy in the forest with the mushrooms. Yeah, he's like the most popular image of Nintendo. Who doesn't know him?
Yeah, that's true. Who could pass him up? Wait, 1 second. Who's that guy in Mario's shadow?
You live in someone's shadow for long enough and you're bound to get pissed off eventually. And then you cry to mommy saying, "My brother is getting all of the glory!" When he was introduced, he was just a player too, a palette swap of Mario. Kinda hard for someone to be so memorable when they just have similar color and no personality.
It was until games like Super Mario Kart when he actually had different colors. As for his personality, every game he was in before the Nintendo GameCube, he was just a player too, and didn't really deserve to be a real hero. But then...
Hey Luigi, how's it going? It's me, Mariachi Band. Yeah, that's me, you know me. Hey Luigi, you won a mansion in a contest that you didn't even enter. As a thanks, as a gift, here you go, a treasure map. As you can see, X is the booty. You take it, it's beautiful. What's that? Oh, I need to hear you, Lu. Speak up, son. Oh, son. Oh, you didn't even enter a contest? You didn't win a mansion? How did you win a mansion? Who cares?
Don't ask. They live in the ghetto.
Luigi's Mansion came and was Luigi's very first game where he had the flashlight. And they used it to take a personality of being scared and take it up to 11. And so this game created the Luigi we know and love today.
But what about abilities? Well, he can backflip into a tornado, control the powers of thunder, and walk on water. But I guess that's too awesome for Smash Bros.
But what is his defining feature in Smash Bros? His cowardice.
One of the best parts about him, though, is his victory poses. He can either fight off people with his fist of steel, shoot someone,
I've been shot,
or dead.
Most of the characters either have huge guns, huge swords, or huge guns, while Luigi by his looks is just a weaker Mario.
But you later find out that he is not as scared. Well, not completely.
His attacks are very different from Mario, with his green missile that can cannon him forward, and his super uppercut that can send people flying at low percentages. But Luigi's main weapon is the Poltergust 2000, or the new version, the Poltergust 5000. Now with Seizure!
The Poltergust, created by Professor E. Gadd, let Luigi suck up the many different kinds of ghosts in Luigi's Mansion. That doesn't mean he's less scared or anything. So, obviously, because of his weapon, Luigi would use it in Brawl, right? Nope.
For some reason, none of his special attacks or even Final Smash involved the Poltergust.
Instead, he just opened up a hole in space and time and made everyone around him go into an acid trip. You're bound to think of crazy stuff eventually. I mean, seriously, what the heck is that? But don't worry, because of the new Smash Bros, they make his Final Smash a little more fitting. So if you're a ghost or something equally threatening to Luigi, watch out.
Taken straight out of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, he busts out the Poltergust 5000.
He then goes completely crazy and sucks everything around him and captures them into the Poltergust, followed by him viciously
popping him out. It may be a little anticlimactic, but that's one of the things that makes this Final Smash so amazing. It definitely fits Luigi's character.
Plus, look at how far he flew. At 0%, it can make someone go very close off screen, but it can knock someone out at just 30% from the center of battlefield.
He definitely seems more skilled with the Poltergust than when he started out though, so that's good. But he also goes completely insane by thrashing his enemy all across the stage.
Overall, I think it's safe to say that this new Final Smash fits Luigi completely. He's definitely not a clone of Mario in any way, that's for sure.
Yeah, totally. I mean, comparing this to his old Final Smash, we see just how much more fitting and unique to his character it is. That character.
Okay, now we're getting down to our top favorites.
Top favorites meaning that each of these guys are very important to us in some way.
So, let's start out with one of Sky Spyer's favorites.
Oh yeah, we're doing this. Okay, let me just start off by saying that this guy is freaking hilarious. In fact, his whole game is. Ever since it came out, this game has shown that you don't completely need Mario, Zelda, Kirby, Pokemon, or any other of Nintendo's main all-stars to make a game one of my favorite games of all time. We just haven't seen him in a while. Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Of course, it's none other than the fearless angel, the captain of Lady Palutena's guard, Pit. He's been gone for 25 years and he's still fresh. With his gigantic arsenal of weapons he brings from Kid Icarus Uprising, he makes for a unique fighter.
Yeah, the amount of weapons Pit owns can even give Link a run for his money. I mean, Pit says it himself.
Of all the fighters, Link is the one I most want to take down.
Oh? Why is that?
You were born around the same time. And we both use a bow. He's totally ripping off my style.
Well, yeah, I don't blame you for thinking that way. And while not all of Link's weapons are always useful, Pit has an arsenal of blades, bows, stabs, claws, palms, arms, clubs, orbitars, and cannons to fight with, and they can all be destructive.
We're talking pretty highly of Pit, aren't you?
It is one of my favorite games of all time.
True, Pit does bring Palutena's bow, of course, into battle as his main weapon. but also he uses the upper dash arm for powerful blows that sends fighters skyward, and the guardian orbitars that can reflect projectiles. As for his other specials, he uses the power of flight. Even though Pit is an angel, he can't fly by himself.
One of the many mysteries of Kid Icarus Uprising. So Lady Palutena grants Pit the power of flight to fly for a short amount of time. So he brings in a bunch of moves from Kid Icarus Uprising, which makes sense since in Brawl, Kid Icarus Uprising wasn't even out yet. But the amazing humor from that game is certainly in the new Smash Bros. Seriously, just quickly down taunt while playing as Pit on Palutena's temple and laugh away, because you'll find yourself listening to an amazing conversation between Pit, Palutena, and Brady.
Combine that speed and power with his long reach, and you've got an opponent who's good at almost everything.
Yeah, except for dressing himself.
Speaking of which, eating seems to make Wario very gassy.
Aw, TMI?
I'm only telling you this for your own good.
Walk 'em, walk 'em, walk 'em, walk 'em, walk 'em.
Yes, that's Pac-Man.
Wait a minute! Lady Palutena, you're fighting me?
Don't sound so dismayed. Think of it more as a sporting event and less as a massacre.
A massacre? Yeah, that's about right. Oh, when these guys break the fourth wall so many times, it's crazy.
Plus, do you even know how many weapons from Kid Icarus Uprising are in this game? You have the Ore Club, X-Bomb, Back Shield, Killer Eye, Drill Arm, and we even have the new version of the Dragoon in this game in the form of the Daybreak. Oh, and Magnus and Phosphora appear as assist trophies. So basically, this is a shout to say, buy this game.
Why do you think it's saying that? Well, the amazing Masahiro Sakurai is the creator and director of the Smash Bros. Series, and the Kirby series. But what's his third masterpiece he created? Kid Icarus Uprising. So of course he wouldn't do anything like give Meta Knight the boot and hurt the Kirby series, but he will make Kid Icarus better. I mean, Dark Pit and Palutena are even as fighters.
Speaking of Lady Palutena, let's talk about Pit's final smash.
In Brawl, Pit would summon Palutena's army and, well... bunch of Centurions come into the battle and fly around, but it's nothing to be terrified about.
But times have changed, new weapons have come, and stuff like that. Palutena is a playable character, so that weird final smash is gone. So what's this new one? Well, it's certainly flashy, and if it can defeat the Queen of the Underworld, it can defeat you.
Bye now! Three sacred treasures!
In Kid Icarus, the Mirror Shield, Arrow of Light, and Wings of Pegasus, or the Three Sacred Treasures, were a legendary set of armor once owned by Palutena, but were stolen by Medusa and guarded by Twin Bellows, Huge Raw, and Pandora.
Pit did get them back and defeat Medusa, and afterwards Palutena hid the three sacred treasures in the constellations, but they were stolen by some space pirates. But Pit did get them back again and defeat Medusa again. I can't blame everyone for wanting these because man are they powerful.
These were the only reliable weapons Pit and Lady Palutena had to defeat Medusa, so of course anyone else in the way of these weapons would get blown out of the way.
Except for the most flamboyant and hilarious man in the galaxy. In Pit's final smash, he busts out the three sacred treasures and fires multiple kinds of shots at his enemies.
Straight shot, spread shot, back shot, laser shot, trunk shot, shot. Just name a shot, you probably got it.
And then he ends it with a rain of lasers that aren't too easy to dodge.
I think the first thing you notice is that, compared to the military, the three sacred treasures are just so much more flashy and powerful. Silly final smash, military's for kids.
It's so much more useful, effective, efficient, and so much more fun of a reference to the amazing game that is Kid Icarus Uprising.
Do a barrel roll!
Well, I think I'm done fanboying. For now. Anyway, next up is... Oh, jeez.
Who is it?
Let
me see that. Oh, yeah. My turn to fanboy.
Yeah, let's just go into the topic of sword fighters. We've only had one on the list so far, even though Super Smash Bros. Is full of them.
But which sword fighter is our number 2?
Well, surprisingly, no one from the Legend of Zelda series.
Yes, although Link is an amazing fighter, his final smash just isn't as epic as others, unfortunately.
And even though we love the Kirby series, Meta Knight's just incredibly underwhelming as well.
Then there's the Mii sword fighter who probably has the worst one.
So this leaves the amazing series, which is flooded with so many sword fighters that you'll be licking steel before long, Fire Emblem.
The Fire Emblem series is made up of amazing RPG war strategy games that have amazing stories and characters, especially as of late, including how they are represented in Smash Bros. With deep gameplay, these games take a long time to get old. And the same goes for the characters we're talking about, and that character is Final Smash.
This series is so good that Sakurai brought 4 characters into the chaos that is Smash Bros. They're awesome.
Well, yeah, most of them are, but let's go through them.
We have the hero King Marth. Incredibly quick and agile in Smash Bros, he can slice up enemies incredibly fast with his side combos, and not to mention his one-hit KO Final Smash critical hit. Seriously, it's always a one-hit kill, but it's so quick it's almost kind of underwhelming.
Then we have the Radiant Hero of Legend, Ike, aka the polar opposite of Marth. With his big, bulky, two-headed Ragnar sword that he uses with one hand, he gives really slow but powerful blows that can give King Dedede a challenge. Freaking King Dedede with his gigantic hammer!
Not to mention, Ike's Final Smash Great Ether came as a beauty for all Fire Emblem fans back in the days of Brawl. Yeah, it had the same concept as Omega Blitz and Secret Ninja Attack, but it was so cool! But then Fire Emblem Awakening for the 3DS came out and changed everything. This game is known by everyone as the best Fire Emblem game ever.
It's even my favorite 3DS game ever. Seriously, just check out the game. You shouldn't be disappointed. And not surprisingly, we got some candidates for Smash Bros. With the game as well. What is a surprise is that Chrom isn't one of them. Anyways, first up we have Lucina. She's amazingly, beautifully disappointing. She was amazing in Awakening, but she's just a clone of Marth in Smash. So this was not as good as it could have been, but all of this was saved by the one other character revealed. Robin.
Robin is, in my opinion, one of the most unique fighters I've ever seen in Smash Bros. The Tactician Magician, as he's known in-game, is gifted in both swords and tombs, or different elements of magic, if you will.
And he can attack with many forms of tombs. He can use the Thunder Tomb or charge it up for L Thunder, Arc Thunder, or even the most powerful version of Thoron.
He can use the Elwind Tomb for flurry attacks and to fly back on the field.
He can use Arc Fire to cast a Fireball.
Or the Nosferatu Tomb to suck the health of his enemies away.
But what makes Robin so unique is that you can't get too greedy with his tombs. Because if you use them too much, Robin will have to toss that tomb away, so you can't use it for a while.
But don't think he's completely defenseless without his tombs. He can also get out his Bronze Sword for some quick yet weak attacks. After all, it is the weakest sword in Fire Emblem Awakening.
But if Robin feels like it, he can bust out with powerful, shocking smash attacks with the Levin Sword, which gets stronger depending on how high your magic stat is. Very fitting for Robin.
However, he used the Levin Sword too much and it will go away too. With this, they've created a fighter that can be incredibly strategic and powerful at the same time, but you can't overdo it. You have to balance every movement you do, which makes her a very fun character to play as. Another cool thing about Robin is that, similar to the Wii Fit Trainer, you can choose the male or female version for you people that prefer one or the other. Not to mention, in the Palutena's guidance with Robin, Chrom actually comes to back Robin up.
This fight is in the bag.
I wouldn't be so sure. For Robin's final smash, I plan on lending a hand. And then you'll taste the bitterness of defeat.
Seriously, that's my favorite Palutena's guidance. Not even kidding. Wait, what's Chrom gonna do?
Robin will call Chrom on the field. They will pair up and fly into the air to completely destroy their opponents.
Yes, it does have the same idea as Secret Ninja Attack, or the previously mentioned Great Ether, but the amount of destruction and fan service is the cherry on top.
Chrom will slice their opponents up while Robin flies around using different kinds of tomes on him. After you think it couldn't get any better, they both join together for one really powerful attack that will rocket someone towards the ground.
The whole thing does about 45% damage and has a lot of knockback when someone rebounds off the ground.
I guess you could say Robin's always 2 steps ahead.
2 steps ahead. I love this job. Now, this spot would have actually been number 1 on our list.
Well, that's until I played a certain game. So, who is number 1? No, it's actually...
Let me see. Oh yes, fanboy some more!
Oh, I get to fanboy too!
And now we get to talk about my absolute favorite game of all time. Xenoblade Chronicles is my favorite game I've ever owned, and for good reason. The music, world, graphics, characters, humor, mechanics, side quests, story, it's all just so phenomenal.
Well, I was a little unfamiliar about it. That is, until I got it a while ago, and now it's my favorite game of all time too. Xenoblade Chronicles is an amazing RPG. Shulk and his friends travel around the gigantic world that is Bionis and Mechonis. But that's nothing compared to what the actual game is like. Close to perfection.
It just starts in a war, with Dunban, a well-known hero, fighting with his two war buddies Dixon and Mumkar, against the opposing forces, the Mechon.
The Battle of Sword Valley is a great way to start the game. I mean, just look at all this. So we have a gigantic fortress Mechon, Dunban's sword, the Monado doing a bunch of slashy stuff, and Mumkar showing that he's a traitor before dying. Well, crap, that just happened. Just 2 minutes in, and the game shows off with flying colors.
Like a rainbow?
Can't have a rainbow without Ryan, baby.
Oh yeah, this game is very quotable, and most of the amazing quotes come from this guy right here. Meanwhile, in the peaceful Colony 9, Shulk and his best friend Ryan, who's the best guy ever, are just hanging out, BFFs, we're all good. Shulk and Ryan, being ordinary teenagers, are used to their colonial life. They don't normally have to worry about any serious matter of life and death, like their friend Dunban has to. Big contrast in lifestyle.
So yes, for all of you people who aren't fans of Xenoblade Chronicles, yes, the Monado was originally wielded by Dunban. But when times get tough...
Looks like we don't have a choice!
Huh, yeah, Shulk takes up the Monado. There's so much story stuff that happens here that we're not going to talk about it, so we'll leave you to see that for yourself. So, why did we tell you all this? It's a subtle way of saying, buy this game! From that point onwards, the game turns into one of the most story-driven games we've ever seen. And it's all very big and mysterious, but it is all mainly focused on one object, the Monado.
The Monado first may seem like just a very mysterious sword, and it has many secrets tied to it. Well, of course we all know that Shulk can use it to see the future and use Monado arts, but in the story it's so much more. But because of Shulk's final smash, let's talk about Shulk's companions. There's Ryan, the powerhouse, and Shulk's best friend.
Charlotte, a medic with a sniper rifle that she uses for both healing and attacking at a distance.
Dunban, the courageous quick warrior with them wise words of wisdom.
Melia, a mage in RPG terms. And...
Hereupon Ricky is here!
This is the other guy you have to love. With all of these battle members, they are all used for very unique purposes, but the battle system is very different from standard RPGs. One example is the arts, or special attacks like backslash and air slash. If you and your party members perform arts well, then all three of you can perform a chain attack. In a chain attack, all three of you will choose arts, get a multiplier going, try combos, and all in all, just destroy your opponent. It's all really satisfying.
Everyone surrounding an enemy while they're just sitting there, defenseless, turns to such a satisfying battle tactic. In Smash Bros, satisfaction is the point.
When Shulk was revealed, let's just say minds were blown. Plus, the trailer was hilarious. I'm gonna kill someone! Oh, look, a butterfly. Okay, everything's good. Ah! Backslash, son. But they did rip off Rhyme Time with... It'll never be as amazing as Rhyme Time.
No, it won't. So yeah, Shulk isn't just new for Smash Bros, and his Monado arts are changed up a bit. Plus, they made up Monado Jump and Smash this game, but one change that is amazing is when Shulk breaks the Smash Ball.
The Smash Ball will immediately get Shulk ready, and when he's near someone, he calls Dunban and Ricky to help him beat his enemy.
Dunban! Ricky! Let's go, everyone! Time for a chain attack! On my mark! Ricky, don't mess up!
Here, Ricky, go! Crush pow! Ricky, leave that one for Dun-Dun.
Shulk, go!
Get him, Shulk! Smash pow!
Kind of like Mega Man's Final Smash, this is a capture move that just sends everyone into a blank area, followed by fan service killing everyone. It is really cool though seeing Shulk, Dunban, and Ricky all surrounding the enemy, destroying them.
Engage the enemy. Never mind. But this is what's so confusing. Why is Ricky also an assist trophy? We love Ricky, but why can't he just be one of these guys in the Final Smash? And Ryan's not anywhere in here. I really would have preferred if Ryan replaced Dunban or something, but I guess his weapon would take up all of the screen.
However, what's probably the best part is that Shulk's Monado arts actually affect his Final Smash. Monado's shield is used for taking and dealing less knockback and damage, so probably don't do that one. But if you have Monado Buster activated, you might not have the most knockback, but you will do a ton of damage.
And Monado Smash might not do as much damage, but it has so much knockback that if you are at a so much high percentage, you can consider yourself KO'd.
One hit kill, or something.
Man, I'm getting tired of all these extra people coming in here. I mean, it's about time they leave.
Now it's rhyme time.
Well, I broke right into that one. Because of all the fan service this Final Smash has, and being able to customize the Final Smash, this one is definitely one of the best.
But yes, our collective favorite Final Smash is Chain Attack.